Hey YouTube, how's it going? So today I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me for a while, and I've been kind of fighting 343 about this, but it doesn't seem to be working because they're really pushing this really hard. They're just catering to the casuals on Halo 5 way too much, and it's really affecting all the, how do I say, like dedicated players on Halo 5. I'm talking like the top 5-10% of the player base that are probably Onyx and above. Plus 140 plus. Well, what they've done, to sum it up, well, rank doesn't have much effect, but social and Warzone, you can only match the top 1% or 5%, whatever your hidden matchmaking rank is, and it's meaning the search times are literally 5, 10, 20 minutes, and this is just solo. I'm going to get into how long it takes as a group in a second, but there's a new team balancing algorithm that Xbox themselves have pushed out, and 343 took some steps to implement this a couple of weeks ago. It didn't exactly work because they coincided that with 12-man Warzone, and for whatever reason it just meant that no one could find any games at all. It was very easily to be manipulated. You could just make a new account and then bomb out a couple games and you'd match bronzes, so it just made a smurfing problem all over again. So they disabled that and went back to normal. I thought it was alright. They're not going to implement it again without doing some proper internal testing and making sure it's bug free and it's okay. But then a couple of days ago they pushed it and it went live again. And now I've had reports from multiple top tier Warzone players, social players, just 140 plus players that just say, look, we play in a team usually 3 to 4 in a 4v4 or team of 6 to 12. They can't find games at all anymore. So the update itself was you can only match people of a similar skill level to the 0.1 percentile of what actually you're rated as. So this isn't Onyx or Champ, it's your hidden matchmaking rank that will fluctuate. However, you have a default setting of what that naturally is depending on the level and how long you've played on that account. To put it frankly, for me, I could go negative 50 repeatedly, and I wouldn't go below a certain level because that's just what the system has set to the norm for me. The problem with this is, with the population being so low, it's kind of caused the matchmaking times to just expand exponentially. And if you're not one of those gold players, the core population, which it has no effect on, which I feel like the people who are making these updates are this rank, so they don't see the negative side to it. It just leads to indefinite search times and you don't find any games at all, and you're forced to use an alternate account. So the Warzone people I contacted, and I played with them today because I was curious as to how it affects them, especially 12-manning. They said to me, like, we can't find any games at all, so we're forced to use brand new accounts and we just destroy the kids all over again. So they're not really solving anything by implementing this new system, because it's just going to force the people who can't find games to make new accounts, and then they're going to match those newer players anyway, and they're just going to drive them out of the game anyway. All you've done is you created a huge smurfing problem in an effort to try combat newer players being destroyed when they first come onto the game. Halo's always had a large skill gap. It's always been rough for new players coming into the game, and I felt like Halo 2 did a really good job of like having basic training, or just like a noob friendly playlist where they could jump in for like the first 10 to 20 games, get a feel for it, and then if they feel confident they can go into the actual main playlists. That was I think Halo 3 had it for like the first couple games you played as well. That was a really good introductory thing they had, but that got taken away with Halo 4 and again with Halo 5. But it just seems like they've constricted. I don't understand why they've done it. I know they're catering to the maximum player base, and the really good players were such a small minority that we really don't matter. We're a small minority, but we're very vocal. We're the ones that are always on Twitter complaining, asking for shoddy snipers, and all these other things. But the fact of the matter is, we don't matter, apart from the pros or maybe some very popular YouTube personalities. We're really just a figure that can be easily ignored, and unless we all voice our opinions as a collective group, change isn't made. So that's why I'm making this video. I played with my friends Brad and Chubb. You always see me in videos with them. We always grind playlists, we have fun. I film my live reactions and I post it for you guys to enjoy it. I tried to do that for Super Fiesta the other night and I couldn't find a single game with them. 3 people in a 5v5 playlist, and it was Friday night in Australia, and we couldn't find a single lobby. We found one after about half an hour to 45 minutes, and then none at all for the rest of the night. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna go for a run, guys, you guys go play something else. And it's really disappointing because I love Halo and I love playing Halo with them. I always have fun playing with them. But they're not going to want to come on and play Halo 5 with me if this is the experience they're going to have. And I can only imagine that a lot of other people are going to be in similar boats. They're not going to want to play ranked all the time. And even if they are going to play ranked, you can only match teams of 3 or 4 if you are a 3 or 4. It's not going to work. Like, I don't see how there's any long-term future for the game if some friends who say they love Halo, so they play a lot, so they are 130, 140, potentially 150. They can't find a game until another bunch of 130s, 140s or 150s get on? That doesn't seem right to me. I have no problem with Halo 5 having a competitive matchmaking system that has very tight search parameters. And that's really good for ranked, that's perfect for ranked. But it should expand if it's social or Warzone. If you're waiting 4 to 5 minutes and you can't find a game, and it's that low that you can't find anything at all, then perhaps maybe expand it to the point where you can't match the bottom tier of players, but be able to match everybody else so they can actually play the game. Because you're talking about the core I don't want to call them tryhards, but I am a tryhard. But the thing is, like, you don't want to alienate those people that are going to strive to make a better game for the future. We're the ones who are going to try to give valued input to try and make it a better game. Halo 6 a better game, Halo 5 itself a better game. I'm not sure why you'd alienate those people who are really dedicated and want to give constructive criticism over someone who might get the game once, play it for an hour, put it down and never touch it again. That just seems silly. I know that we are a smaller demographic, and if you're in an election and voting, we wouldn't be targeted, and that's the same for a business. It's mostly about money. But I strongly believe there are people at 343 that genuinely care that there is a middle ground, and both parties can be happy. You don't have to go full competitive one way or totally casual the other. All people can have a genuinely positive experience without neglecting a certain group, and it can just move Halo forward into the future. But the way it just seems now, you're just going to frankly piss off a lot of the really veteran players with this new implementation, because we can't even play the game we enjoy. We can't even play it for fun because all the social playlists are totally they don't work. Solo queuing, eventually you'll find a game, but Halo is a social experience, at least in my experience. I've always played with friends. I'd love to play with people. And you just can't do that anymore. So I'm just going to quickly summarize everything I've covered. If you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate you sharing it. Sending it to 343. Doing your own thing. I don't know, promoting it in your own way. So they implemented a new matchmaking system where you can only match 1 to 2% of the population within your skill level. This is through a hidden matchmaking rank where it can fluctuate from game to game. So if you do really bad, you'll match lower people. If you do really well, you'll match higher people. So if you're a generally good player in the top 10% of players, you're going to be matching a very small minority. This leads to extended matchmaking times in which you find no games with indefinite search times, and you're just stuck in the lobby for up to 20 or 30 minutes doing absolutely nothing. Again, this doesn't affect ranked. However, if you search in a 3 or 4 in ranked, if they're searching balanced, you won't be able to find a team, so that diminishes their population even more. But with social and Warzone, if you search in a team, until an equal team of that skill level or solo players who are in the highest percentage start searching, you will not find a game, and it will never expand. And as the population continues to drop, games will get harder and harder to find until it gets to the point where you won't find any games and the game will just be completely dead. So I try not to ramble. I tried to put forward some constructive thoughts about what I thought about it. I think it should be loosened, not to the point where you can destroy bronze players, but to the point where you can find games whenever you want to in every playlist, and it doesn't matter what time of the day or night you're searching. And hopefully you guys kind of understand what they've done now. So if you've had extremely long searching times, you kind of understand why they're happening now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have a montage out very soon. I've been saying that for a while, but the Halo 3 throwback montage is almost done, so I can't wait to share that with you guys. Till then, see you guys later, and hope you enjoyed.